Wyclef Jean, BKS1 Radio. Let's go.
This is Essence Atkins, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Hi, this is Melba Moore, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
Yo, check it out. What's the deal? This the chef. Giving a big shout out to my peoples. Big KS, you already know what it is. Salute.
What's up? It's your girl Monifa, and I'm hanging with BKS1 Radio.
Hi, I'm Iyanla Van Zandt, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
BKS Radio, baby.
Hey, this is Jasmine Guy for BKS1 Radio.
What's going on? This is Lamont Rooker, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Shout out to BKS1, the best kept damn secret in the business.
Hey, what's up? This is Raven Goodwin from BET's Being Mary Jane, and shout out to BKS1.
Hi, this is Leon, and you're watching BKS1 Radio.
BKS1. God bless y'all.
Yo, Hughley, you listen to the Man Cave Morning Show on BKS1 Radio. Yo, Hughley, you listen to the Man Cave.
We're back. All right.
Yes, we're back.
What's good, beautiful people? We are officially back on the Man Cave Morning / Afternoon Show. Yeah, there was some technical difficulties earlier, but we are back and we got through it.
They can't hold us down, man.
They can't shut us down, man. Facts. Come on, because we was talking about the red carpet and how the place needs to be shut down. Yeah, it's located in South Plainfield, New Jersey.
Should call the munch carpet.
Health violation like bed bugs, roaches, just unsanitary conditions.
It's in the CDC.
And everything. Very disrespectful employees. Yeah. Nasty customer service. And that's one of the things we were talking about today on the show.
You know what? I want to. Is that a franchise too? Or I don't know. Is there more?
Red Roof is. Red Roof.
But
a lot of people.
Oh, okay. No, I know it wasn't Red Roof, but I wasn't sure if they was a franchise either.
Shout out to the Red Roof and totally
who
different
knows how to
establishment.
Treat people.
All right, we're talking about the red carpet.
Yeah.
So listen, we want anybody that had any bad customer service experiences to call in
646-233-1302.
You know you at the Man Cave Morning Show, BKS1 Radio, baby. So sorry for the technical difficulties. The man tried to shut us down. Shout out to Mel Davis on the check-in. Shout out to Tamika. Phyllis is back. Kathy Skinner on FB. Derek Jones. Pamela Long. What's up, Pam? Shout out to Terrence Bellamy, Ingrid Judge, Barry B, George Moore on the check-in. Yes, we are officially back, and we got some things to talk about. All right, so let's get it. So one of the things we're going to talk about, and again, don't forget to call in if you had a bad experience. We want to know about it, or put it in the chat so we can read it. What you got here, P?
A lot of stuff. Yeah.
All right, so now, Angelica Ross. I don't know who Angelica Ross is, but we're going to find out.
She's one of the stars of the Pose series.
Oh, Pose, okay. Angelica Ross puts BET on notice that black trans girls rock too. All right, black trans girls rock too. Let's talk about it. So last night, BET aired its annual Black Girls Rock Awards. This event, created and founded by former model and DJ Beverly Bond, uplifts and promotes the success of black women and girls across industries and generations. This year's honorees included Ciara, Regina King, Her, Angela Bassett, among other activists and artists. None of these women were trans. And Pose star Angelica Ross noticed, none of them were trans. The actress took to Twitter to proclaim that black trans girls rock and cast doubt on whether any black trans women have been invited to this year's event. She also brought up the fact that to date, 18 black trans women have been killed this year, but there was no mention of this tragic statistic during Black Girls Rock segment honoring the recently deceased. Okay, you want to know how I feel about that?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so let's talk about Pose. We're going to go into this. BT said, unfortunately, this is an oversight. Isn't surprising. This oversight isn't surprising from BT. The network has been slow to embrace intersectionality or chill with its reliance on respectability, politics, and its approach to black content. Case in point, this is only the first year that BET has run content for Pride Month on its site, and it's nearly 40-year history. All right. So, real talk. Real talk. When I was heavily into the record producing thing, and I would make songs and records and try to get them played at Hot 97 and different places like that, and we would get shut down or whatever, or because I refused to pay a DJ $5,000 or $1,000 to play my record or whatever like that. I wasn't mad at them for their practices, whatever. Okay, I don't want to play the record. I got to be a part of a certain clique or whatever. I'll start my own radio station. And that's what I did.
Yeah.
Hence, BKS been in existence for going on 11 years.
Yeah.
So, when in doubt, if you are not included, you include yourself into your own creation. And then you get everybody else to buy into it.
Yeah.
So, you can't be mad at BT. You can't be mad at Black Girls Rock because it is Black Girls Rock.
Yeah.
Why do you want them to give you a segment? Why not just have your own show? Why not create Black Trans Girls Rock?
Yeah, exactly.
So I get it. Everybody wants inclusion in this, inclusion in that. The reason why there's a BET in the first place because there was no inclusion.
Exactly.
You know, with the white networks, right? But am I right?
You're absolutely correct.
There was no inclusion over there, so they created BET, Black Entertainment Television. All right, for Black folks, something we could relate to. If you want something that trans women can relate to, create it.
Yeah. See, that's my problem that I have with the LGBTQ community is that they do want inclusion into everything, right? Which I get it. And if they don't get inclusion, then they bashing or you're gay bashing, you're this, that. You don't have to be included in everything. And everything is not for you to be included in. So you can't get upset with that. Like Storm just said. If you really want to do that, why wait for Black Girls Rock? Like he said, why not start your own movement? And then you can have all inclusion. And then you could be selective about who you include and or don't include in a situation.
Yeah, and I do think that the LGBTQ community
actually QI. They added another letter.
I'm not putting another letter on nothing.
Pretty soon it's going to be A through Z.
Yeah, you know. The LGBTQ community should have their own network.
Yes.
Why not?
Why not?
Why not? You got all types of networks. So why not? You got the Latino networks. You got the Black African American networks. You got Bounce. You got the Afro. There's one called the Afro Network.
Really?
Yeah. You got Aspire. You got all these things that cater to African Americans. Why not just have your own network?
Start it up.
And that way you
got the
start
base,
it up,
you got the money,
and then create your own award show and all of that, and where you can talk about your issues or whatever. Now, can BET give y'all a segment? Sure,
absolutely.
they can. Sure. They can. Are they obligated to?
I'm about to say that. Are they obligated? Absolutely not.
No, just create your own or ask for your own show or pitch your own show. You know, that's the way I look at things now in life.
You have to.
When somebody says no to you or you're constantly not allowed to get in a certain door, you create your own door.
Create your own door.
I've always been a believer of that, you know, and this is why, again, we're sitting here today. All right, so now we're going to move on. Let's read some comments.
Yes.
Shout out to Pie Lady, follow the cue.
What's up, Pie Lady?
For Black people. That integration, especially forced integration, does not work.
Yeah.
Cordelia Dollarman said, I completely agree with this. Shout out to Cordelia. She's a content developer herself.
Nice.
In film and plays and all types of things. And maybe you could weigh in too on this conversation. Phone lines are open. You can call in 646-233-1302. Yeah, why do we wait for inclusion instead of creating our own situations? You know, in our own things where we don't have to worry about if somebody includes us or not. You know, and that's been the problem with us for years. In not being disrespectful, but with the white media and everything. You know, like we wait for inclusion for that, and but we need our own Black African American media.
Exactly.
Period.
Yeah.
Like, what do we run media wise as far as that's newsworthy? And every time we do have a news talk show or a news this or whatever, it gets shut
down. Yeah.
Roland Martin had a great one on TV1.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
There's been a few.
Ed Gordon.
Yeah.
There were a lot of different shows that were great for us, and we don't have that no more.
Yeah.
You know, you got Don Lemon on CNN, but CNN.
Yeah.
They still control the narrative.
Exactly.
All right. So if we want to start controlling our own narrative, we need to create our own things and our own content.
I like what I'm gonna read what Sandy said. Sandy said because it's black girls rock, meaning real women, not black trans girl rock. That show has nothing to do with transsexuals. They need to sit down and be quiet about this one.
Right.
I let the real women have their own show. That show is not about them. Jesus.
And everybody, you know what I'm saying? Everybody probably has their own take on that, but I don't know. I think sometimes certain movements go too far. And then when you start getting to the point to where you're being pushy,
exactly,
or you coming at somebody, you know, did you really sit down and have a conversation with BT?
And I was thinking the same thing.
Did you sit down and have a conversation with Beverly Bond? But you'll go to a media outlet or a blog
and start attacking.
Yeah. When you don't know what the reasoning is. So I'm not going to ride that bandwagon.
Or not even a reasoning. It probably wasn't thought about because it's called Black Girls Rock. Now if a trans woman or someone when it came to them and said, hey, well, how about including us? Do you think they would have shut it down? Probably not. But the fact that they didn't just come up with it on their own. Like, why should they have just come up? This is my question. Why should they have just come up with it and say, oh, well, we got to include trans women too? Like, why? You didn't have to. But if someone, I agree with Storm. If someone came and had that conversation and it was shut down, then I get you being upset and going to the blogs and to the media, whatever.
Right.
If someone told you, oh, no, absolutely not. We're not gonna highlight you guys. But the fact that no one had that conversation just makes it being, like you said, being pushy and feeling like you have to be included in everything.
Right.
And you absolutely do not.
Right. Edward Banks said LGBTQ community has their own network. It's called the Logo Network. Take it there. Then Mal said
the same thing.
Let's read Mal's comment as well.
He said they do have a channel, Logo. Logo TV is an American paid television channel that is owned by Viacom Media Network. Launched in 2005. It was originally aimed primarily to the LGBT viewers, but in 2012 it shifted to focus towards general culture and lifestyle programming. As of January 2016, approximately 50 million households receive Logo. Wow.
Yeah.
There you go.
But then, well, they said they changed the content though, right?
Yeah.
They changed it. All right. So technically, I guess they really don't have their own channel no more. But create your own. Just create your own channel, man, or talk to Beverly Bond because she started Black Girls Rock and be like, look, we want to do, something similar, but for trans girls, trans women.
Yeah.
Talk to her about it. Maybe she can help you develop it.
Yeah, Pie Lady said next year trans woman will be at the Planet table. I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
You're probably right.
Of course.
After the stink, yes. After making a stink instead of coming and doing it the right way, you're probably absolutely right, though.
Yeah, but it's happening. Everything happens in its time and in progression. So you mentioned Pose, so that I guess that's a television show.
Yes,
about
it's
trans
all
women.
about exactly.
Okay, then
so while we don't have any straight people on, I mean, do we want to have
more
that
heterosexual
that
people
argument
on whatever, and see, man, it's like
then they get mad at you for saying that. That's my problem.
I mean, we gotta pick.
That's my problem.
Pick and choose our battles.
That's
man.
my problem.
Jeez, you got Black Lives Matter. You got this movement. You got this movement. You got. I mean, come on.
You can't be mad at when people do the same thing that you do.
We need to start prioritizing our battles.
Exactly.
Real talk. Because I'm like, oh, come on, man. It's like, and I get it, but
we're always at war for something.
Yeah, let's have a discussion, open, honest discussion before we start. Being on the attack. What's the next thing we got popping? P?
What you got next? Oh, yeah.
A young swimmer was disqualified after a race for how her swimsuit fit her body. A young swimmer was disqualified after a race for how her swimsuit fit her body. The outcry led to a reversal. Huh?
Yeah, she actually had won the race, and they took it away from her because of her swimsuit, basically.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, let's read this.
And it's a little video.
How dare they?
Yeah.
Okay. A high school student win at a swim meet was reinstated after she was initially disqualified because of the way her swimsuit fits her body. Breckwin Willis, a member of the swim team at Diamond High School in Anchorage, Alaska, had competed in 4 events at a swim competition Friday. She swam in and won a heat during the meet. But a race official deemed that her swimsuit had shifted into a position that showed too much of her backside. The official said Breckwin's team issued swimsuit didn't fit her properly and thus violated the rule, according to a statement from the Anchorage School District. In a statement, the school district did not name the official who disqualified Willis, but said it's moving to decertify.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's moving to decertify the individual. It's also seeking to suspend the rule, calling it ambiguous, according to the statement.
Nice little video clip of.
Oh, we got a clip? Yeah, let's look at this clip. Let's talk about this, man.
One of the best things about the fall, besides football season, is the fact that I can pack that swimsuit away. But there are people who actually swim year-round and even swim in the cold, like Anchorage, Alaska. But that's causing some controversy. I want to bring in Regina Ham, our RT sports correspondent. Tell us about a little controversy going on in Anchorage, Alaska, about girls and their school swimsuit disqualifying them from winning their races.
So it's very interesting. So in Alaska, they swim year-round, like you mentioned. So there are 2 sisters, Breckin Willis and Dreamer Kowach. They are both swimmers at Diamond High School in Anchorage, Alaska. Now, Breckin actually competed in a swim event over the past few days and was disqualified because apparently her swimsuit did not cover enough. Now, both girls have been governed by the same rule that all swimmers are, that there's a modesty rule. Boys, they must cover the lower extremities. Girls must cover the lower and upper extremities. So, in that mind, a swimsuit should be fine if the school's issuing it. Yeah. But the issue is here, the same ref that gave Breckin her fine and disqualified her after she won, by the way.
So she won.
So you're pretty much saying you win, but you don't win.
Okay.
And then her sister was also targeted at the same time. Now, a coach from another school, Lauren Langford, also in Anchorage, she coaches at another high school, said that these 2 girls are being targets of racism. Both are biracial. So they're saying that the swimsuits provided by the school are already making them immodest. And the modesty rule at that is actually vague already. So the school commissioner even put out a statement. They had some disagreements. And they wanted to say, Kirsten Johnson-Strumpler said, we're really concerned about the allegations that were brought forward, but I think we still have to complete the investigation before we can land on one side of the issue or the other, which, you know, as an official, you want to play the middle ground. But
I think that's crazy, one.
Yeah.
You know, because it shifted and shown too much of your backside or whatever. Do I think it's a racial issue? Could be, partially.
No, it was.
Especially if they won.
It was, but part of the biggest outcry of it was why is this grown person so focused on minors behind, like to the point where they actually took pictures and they were showing people pictures
because he was getting excited.
Exactly. So it was like, you know, that was part of the outcry. Also, it was like your focus is like, why are you focusing on this teenage girls behind? Like instead of the race, you know, and she could, like I said, it was a school issue swimsuit, so it's an official swimsuit. Not like she came with her own a thong bikini. You know, if she got a nice sized butt and it shifted. But like I said, it was a thing that they targeted her and her sister for similar situations, and they both were winning. So, yeah.
Right. Shout out to Edward Banks. Said, but why take away from our black women and girls every table, not for everyone? Going back to the conversation. Shout out to Lisa St. Hillier on the check-in. Hey, Lisa, how you doing? But nah, man. That's totally ridiculous.
Yes.
To me, I wish we had pictures.
They didn't. Actually, I was trying to find, but I figured, like I said, for that reason, because she was a minor, they didn't actually put up the picture of the swimsuit because she's a minor.
Right.
You know.
All right, so we're going to go into the next story. Jersey City substitute teacher was confronted by her children over sex with boy their own age complaint. Wow. Her own children confronted her over having sex with children their own age. Wow. All right, so let's talk about this. The investigation into a Jersey City substitute teacher charged with sexually assaulting a 14-year-old student began when the teacher's children confronted her last month and said they were disgusted by her alleged relationship, according to documents released Wednesday. Elise Castillo, 45, is charged with aggravated sexual assault, endangering the welfare of a child, witness tampering, and having sex while she had a venereal disease without the informed consent of the alleged victim, the criminal complaint says. Castillo appeared in court for a detention hearing and didn't utter a word. She hung her head to hide her face as she was escorted out of the room. After the 15-minute hearing, the alleged victim was not in court. On August 19th, the Division of Child Protection and Permanency was contacted by the father of Castillo's 2 children. He alleged Castillo had abused their children, who are 13 and 14, during an altercation, the criminal complaint says. The complaint says that the altercation happened after the children told Castillo they were disgusted by her relationship with a minor, which is believed to have gone on for 15 months. Damn, the complaint says. The alleged victim was then interviewed and told investigators that he met Castillo when he was in the 6th grade in 2018. He said they began a relationship and we would make love, the complaint says.
Wow.
In the complaint, the boy said he and Castillo had encounters on multiple occasions at Castillo's Pavonia Avenue residence, with the last incident occurring in August 2nd, and that they performed multiple sex acts. A warrant for her arrest was signed on August 29th, and she was then taken into custody. She hanging her head down.
She's embarrassed now.
You embarrassed, huh? Just disgusting.
That's crazy.
Hey, listen,
met her
man.
in the 6th grade. So she going to elementary school, and she's married. That's the crazy part.
Yeah. Cordelia said she should be slapped. Yeah. Minors are off limit, period. She also spreading diseases. Pure disgust.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nikki said, oh my God, Castillo's another idiot on the list. Disgusting. Yep. Disgusting. Shout out to Vaughn Lee on the check-in. Shout out to Denise Barrow. Yeah, I agree with Cordelia, man. Yeah, she need to be slapped. You know, she definitely got. You got to have a mental illness, some type of thing going on mentally. 6th grade. Sheesh. What are you, like 12?
Yeah, like to 12, 13, 14.
Sheesh. Yeah.
Around that.
Yeah, that's terrible. That is terrible. Next story up.
It's a good one here.
All right. So an off-duty EasyJet captain going on vacation to Spain flew the plane himself when the original pilot failed to show up. Imagine that, y'all. Y'all getting on a plane, about to go on vacation, and they be like, excuse me, passengers,
well, actually,
our pilot didn't show up. All right, so what you want me to read this?
Just go to the video.
All right, so we're going to run the clip, then. We're going to run the video about this story. Here's the clip.
That's basically what
wife, who's on row 15 with my little boy, hopefully he's asleep by now, I should keep it down, I'll get told off. She rolled over and punched me in the back of the head and said, our flight's delayed by 2 hours because they are -1 captain for the flight. The reason why? They've already cancelled the Budapest today, they've cancelled the Paris, the Faro is 3 hours late, and there's several other aeroplanes that are going 2, 3, 4 hours late, who knows. So just before we went through security, I thought, I wonder if this is worth a phone call. I think it is, because I'd like to go on holiday. So I phoned up EasyJet and said, hiya, I'm standing in the terminal doing nothing. I've got my licence with me, deliberately, from being punched in the back of the head at 3 a.m. I've got my ID with me, and I'd very much like to go on holiday, and if you need a favour, I'm standing here ready to go. And he said, we'll phone you back. 38 seconds later, they phoned me back and said, please, pretty please, with a big cherry on top, can you fly the aeroplane to Alicante? We're going to position another pilot out from some other base to bring the aeroplane back here. So if you're all right for one of your pilots to look like for this today, we'll go to Alicante. How's that sound? Wife, who's on row 15 with my little boy, is hopefully.
Well, damn, clap it up for dude.
Clap it up. I'm like, nah, Oscar fly.
Okay. All right. That's what's up. That's what's up. I would have been shook. I would have been shook.
He actually worked for the airline.
Man, listen, man.
So it matters what he looked like if he could fly the plane.
Listen, I don't know if he could fly now. I don't know if what he telling me is the truth. I would have been shook.
You are funny.
I would have been like, oh, damn it, man.
Would you have went, or would you got off the plane?
I would have got off. I'd catch the next flight.
You really would have got off the plane?
I would have been out.
They were sitting there 2 hours already.
You would have took his word?
Yeah.
Man.
Why not?
Listen.
So you think, so listen to what you're saying. So you think for 1 minute that an airline is going to allow a random Joe Schmo to fly a whole plane full of people somewhere and be liable if he don't know what the hell he doing?
People are crazy, bro. Real talk. People are crazy. People fake. Come on. You see how many fake doctors been with hospitals for years and they found out they weren't a real doctor?
But he had his ID.
Stories
He had
like
his
that.
ID though.
Okay. Oh,
he had a fake ID.
You can't fake ID. I just saying I wouldn't have trusted. Maybe it could have been.
You're not faking. You're not faking. You're not faking those.
You could fake
because you're not
everything.
getting past. No, I used to work in the airport, so I know how it is in airports.
Bro,
you're not getting past. I'm saying you're not getting past all that stuff.
9/11, bro.
They weren't fake. They weren't.
They faked everything. They had fake. They said they had fake. There was fake security badges. Fake. The uniforms they stolen from places.
But they got that from our government, so it looked real. So it's okay that they were fake.
Okay.
But they came from our government, so that's why they got away with it.
When's the next flight? When is the next flight?
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to be late for whatever. All right.
They were already late.
Yeah, 2 hours late, so I could have been a little bit more late.
You funny.
Until they got the actual pilots, but good for him. Good for him. Nicky Raspberry clapping up. Wow, he had his license on hand. No, I'm just saying it's a good thing. I just would have been on another flight where I'm clapping for.
And I figured it's like a regular license. So I'm sure he probably always has his license on him. You know, it's probably always in his wallet. It would make sense.
That's dope. I'm waiting for that next flight. All right. So what's this? You got a video right here.
Yeah.
Video of Tyler. What you got right here?
Oh yeah. Well, that's a feel good story. So basically, you probably seen by now because we missed a couple of days. So there's this video going out about these two little boys, two toddlers who are like best friends and they haven't seen each other in a long time. And you just gotta watch the video. It's the cutest thing, and we can learn so much from kids. Just check out the video.
All right, let's watch the video.
Yeah,
cutesy story.
Yeah.
My friend, you are just adorable. My friend, you are just adorable.
Real good story. Just to go to show that all's not doomed.
Clap that up.
You know what I'm saying? We are gonna clap. All's not doomed. We can learn a lot from the babies. The babies can teach us a lot. So.
No doubt.
Make you feel good. Make you feel warm and fuzzy inside a little bit.
Yeah. That was cute. That was cute. Yeah, the little black boy.
Yeah, don't do it. Here we go. Don't do it.
Being chased by the little white boy.
Don't you do it.
Get used to that. I'm just saying, my brother. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Saying, somebody always got something to say about something. All right, here we go. That was cute, though. All right. Next story. Next story. Man's body found rolled up in carpet with feet sticking out outside Manhattan Starbucks. Damn, man. All right, man's body found rolled up in carpet with feet sticking out outside Manhattan Starbucks. Harlem, Manhattan. Police are investigating after a man's body was found rolled up in the red carpet outside Manhattan sidewalk with his feet sticking out. Starbucks worker first spotted the body outside the location on 145th Street and Frederick Douglass Boulevard in Harlem around 6 a.m. Thursday. The employee rushed to the building next door and alerted the doorman, who called 911. I was on my way to school and was coming up the block and saw all the cops and ambulances. Witness Christopher Brown said, "It was crazy. I know the Starbucks workers were all standing there in shock." Authorities said the man, who appeared to be in his 20s or 30s, was fully clothed and may have had wounds to his head. Damn, man. Somebody took him out. We have some potential wounds in the head, the medical examiner said on the scene, and we'll have to wait for an official autopsy. NYPD Chief of Detectives Dermot Shea said, "We'll go from there." The victim had no identification and was wearing gray sweatpants and a t-shirt, and the body was wrapped in plastic bag inside the carpet. Wow. It appears the body was left there, police said, and the medical examiner will determine the cause of death. A red shopping cart located nearby is of interest, as investigators believe it was used to carry the body up the hill to the location where it was dumped. Damn, man. What? Damn. Sources tell Eyewitness News that surveillance video shows two people pushing the shopping cart up the avenue with what looks like a body inside. And just around the corner, police focus on an apartment building, specifically the first floor, although it's not yet clear what it may have to do with the murder investigation. The investigation is ongoing. Imagine going to Starbucks and you see some feet sticking out of a rolled up carpet.
Wow. That's crazy. Just dump the body off like people have no sense for life at all. Like, that's crazy. You just dump a human being off to the side like they were garbage. Roll them up in a carpet in plastic bags. Like, what's that serious? What's that serious?
That's crazy. Crazy.
That's beyond crazy.
Budget deficit smashes $1 trillion mark, the highest in 7 years. Damn, the budget deficit is $1 trillion.
$1 trillion. Yeah.
Yeesh.
Guess why?
I don't know. Tell me. The U.S. government's red link for fiscal 2019 swelled past the $1 trillion mark in August. First time that level has been eclipsed in 7 years, the Treasury Department reported Thursday. The total shortfall rose to nearly $1.07 trillion, thanks to a difference between the revenue and expenses of more than $214.1 billion in August. The government last saw that large of a fiscal deficit in 2012, when the gap was nearly $1.1 trillion. During his presidential campaign, President Donald Trump promised economic growth that would easily take care of the tax cuts and new spending he planned. His 2017 tax break for corporations and individuals has helped contribute to a deficit that has grown from $584.6 billion in 2016. So I'm gonna stop right there. I know there's more to it, but for everybody that voted for dude because y'all think that because he's a businessman that he can bring the economy back to where it needs to be.
He's a bad businessman.
He understands business.
Yeah.
Do your research.
He's a horrible businessman.
Right. Look at his business transactions throughout the years, his failed businesses, his failed college. You know, even with the college he was trying to start, he was ripping people off.
Yeah.
His canceled apprentice show, all of that, man. Just look at his whole history.
Fail.
You know, and like for those that voted for him for that reason, I mean, listen, man, you really need to start doing your research because we are in a huge deficit right now. The economy was getting better during Obama's administration. All right. And the best I've seen the actual economy was during the Clinton administration.
People were making money.
I was paid then. Now I got to borrow from Peter to pay Paul.
That's
matter of fact, let me $2 after the show's over so I can get some coffee, a cup of coffee or something, bro. But it's crazy now. It's crazy now. So like for everybody that think like he was going to save the economy because he's Donald Trump and that name is associated with finance and wealth, He's not doing it. He's just helping out other bigwigs.
Exactly. And
other
himself for when he
folk
gets
like
out.
Himself for when he gets out. No doubt. So let's go on to the next thing. Rolling right along here. What's this about here? What is this about? Oh, yeah. Let's talk about this story because you have some doubts, I think. P has some doubts. Okay. Why the first deaf-blind person to graduate from Harvard Law doesn't want to be called inspiring. You hear that? Why the first deaf-blind person to graduate from Harvard Law doesn't want to be called inspiring. All right. So this is the young lady right here. She's deaf and blind, and she's a Harvard graduate. All right. So let me get that name right. Okay. Haben Gitma?
Yes, I think that is. Gurma.
Okay. Haben Gurma doesn't believe in setting limits. Deaf blind since birth. The disability rights attorney has nonetheless spent her life breaking the boundaries of what some would assume a person unable to see or hear can do, including scaling ice glaciers, surfing, and in 2013 becoming the first deafblind person to graduate from Harvard Law School. She also penned a self-titled memoir, Haben, the deafblind woman who conquered Harvard Law, which released on Tuesday. I hope people can move away from seeing people with disabilities as incompetent, says Haben, 31 years old, who now works as an advocate fighting for protections and inclusion, that word inclusion, for people of all abilities. If we remove barriers, we can have great inclusion. But Haben balks at the notion that she's an inspiration, says the advocate. Some people use it as a disguise for pity. They'll say, you're so inspiring, but in their mind, they're thinking, thank God I don't have your problem.
Wow.
In Oakland, California native, Haben, whose father is Ethiopian and mother is Eritrean, was born with some sight and hearing, though both decreased over time. She is still able to hear some high-pitched sounds and speaks in a high vocal register. Having struggled in school, both socially and in her attempts to keep up with classwork when she didn't hear the assignments. But by the time she graduated from Lewis and Clark College and then Harvard, I realized I needed to take responsibility for my education, says Haben. My years of isolation taught me to create the future that I want. And here's a clip. Let's watch a little bit of this clip. And then we're going to talk about this situation because I don't think P still believes it.
No, well, that answer.
I was born deafblind, so growing up, I've experienced many access barriers. Organizations that say, sorry, we can't help people with disabilities. It's really important to know that we have options. We have civil rights. It's important to build up advocacy skills. That's why I decided to become a disability rights lawyer and help make a world more inclusive. There's this idea that blind and deafblind individuals live in darkness and their lives are full of fear. That's absolute nonsense. There are alternative ways to access information, and knowledge gained through touch is equal to knowledge gained through sight, sound, or other means. I've gone surfing several times in San Diego. It's a lot of fun to feel the power of the waves and to challenge yourself to balance on a surfboard on a powerful ocean. When I started at Harvard Law School, we didn't have other deafblind former graduates who we could turn to and say, how did you do contracts class? How did you do your internships? So we used interpreters who used voice transliteration. We used assistive listening devices. We used braille displays and keyboards. I brainstormed all the different types of communication systems I could use, from sign language to print on palm, and I discovered that keyboard and braille display would be the most inclusive. I always carry it in my purse. If I don't have it out at the moment, someone can touch my arm and I can get it out and we can have a conversation. Maxine, can you sit up for a portrait? I had a guide dog, Maxine, to guide me around the campus. Maxine did not like the Boston winters, so there were some times when it was better for me to use a cane than to torture her and take her through the snow.
Disability never holds anyone back. Disability is not something that people need to overcome. The barriers that exist are created by society, and it's up to every single one of us to work together to remove those barriers.
Technology creates opportunities for people with...
Clap it up for her.
Yeah. Definitely inspiration.
So how you feel about it? You believe it?
Man, listen. I still want to know how, if you're deaf and blind, you surf. You know, we just seen it standing up, but I don't know. It sounds shaky to me. And what I said when I first came across this story, and I was listening to this clip that we just heard, I said her voice is too clear for me for her to be deaf. Everyone that I've ever heard, any deaf person I've ever heard speak, I've never heard them speak clear like that. You know, they usually have like a tone like this because they can't hear. You know, so for her to speak so clearly, I was like, okay. I don't know. It just sounds crazy. She's doing too much for me for a deaf and blind person. Like I said, to learn how to sign. But then I didn't get to the whole end of the story when I first was doing the research to see that. Because I thought, because it really says she was deaf and blind from birth. But apparently she was able to hear and see a little bit. And then it progressed. So that's probably how she learned. I was like, how do you learn sign language if you never was able to see and you was never able to hear? Like, how could somebody teach you what something meant? You know, so that was my whole thing. So if she's accomplished all this stuff, she's a lawyer, she's an advocate, I just got to clap it up again, because I could tell you this. Don't ever let any fully functional person ever tell you that they can't do something. Because if this young lady with, and I won't even call it disabilities because they're not disabilities, she's doing what she needs to do. If anybody can do the things that she's doing, then if you're fully functional, you have no excuse at all.
True indeed. Let's clap that up. Real quick, a lot of people didn't get a chance to see the video. A lot of people asking if I could run it again. I'll run through it before we close out the show, because we're about to close out the show. But yep, my experience this week was horrible.
Your video, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
with the red carpet inn, and again, we're talking about just bad customer service, bad treatment. The red carpet inn, South Plainfield, terrible. I recommend no one to go there, and the place should be shut down. Real quick, I'll go over what happened real quick. So basically, I was taking a friend there to stay the night there with her autistic grandson. I thought she was also going to meet up with her daughter and everything like that, because again, if we had space at the house, we just would have probably brought her to the house. So we put her up in a room at the Red Carpet Inn. So me and Sandy, we pull off. We're almost home. I get a call back saying, could you guys please come back? Basically, this room is disgusting. Please get your money back and everything and all of that. So I was like, okay, well, go downstairs, tell the guy you want your money back and everything. She's like, yeah, there's bed bugs and all of this. Real quick, I'm going to show you the bed bug. Here's the bed bug right here. That was the bed bug. Here's the first encounter. So now by the time I got back to the hotel to ask this disrespectful dude for my money back and everything like that, there were already people lined up at the register, the front desk, trying to get their money back because they had problems. One guy said he went in the room and there was fresh glass all over the floor and glass in the bed or whatever like that. Another person said they had a lot of roaches in their room. There was roaches crawling all over their room and everything. And then another person complaining about bed bugs, and then somebody else wanted their money back because they said the room was disgusting or whatever the case may be. So there was basically, I had a little wait there. And by the time I got there, I was listening to him telling a lady that just wanted her money back or whatever like that, okay, get out, don't never come back here again, and all of this. So we had all of this on videotape because I will be sending this to other people that can, possibly get this place either shut down or something has to happen. All right, so here's the other clip of the first lady encounter. Listen real good, and we got more to show you. Here it goes.
But how are you upset? Because you're disgusting.
I know.
I've never been here in my life.
No need to come next time.
I won't.
Justice, off the couch. But how are you upset? Because you're disgusting.
I know.
I've never been here in my life.
No need to come next time.
I won't.
Justice, off the couch.
All right, so that was the first little situation, right? First little situation, and then that was crazy. So by the time I got to him, whatever, wanted my money back, he was already like blacking out on several people. So that was the first lady he dealt with. Then we got another lady in the clip that I'm about to show y'all. She was there, and he thought this white lady was telling people about bad conditions or whatever, and that's the reason why they didn't want to stay there. No, people experience these conditions themselves.
On their own, yeah.
And so he was trying to kick that lady out for doing nothing. So let me find a clip.
With her kids.
With her kids.
Yeah.
Yes, with her kids. So let me find the other clip for y'all real quick. Oh, yeah. You're going to learn today.
You got to go through the thing, right?
Yeah. Let me just get it queued up. Oh, I didn't need to do that. All right. So here's the other clip. Check one. Can everybody hear me? All right. Here we go. And my money.
I am going to refund your money.
My money.
I am going to refund your money in.
My money.
I am going to refund your money in credit card because you pay through credit card and you are recording this thing is illegal.
It's not illegal.
It's illegal.
You know who I work for? Do you know who I work for?
Wherever you work, I don't care.
Yeah, okay, okay.
Even you are Secretary of President Trump, I don't care. This is my organization.
Who?
You are
okay, your organization got bed bugs.
I don't care.
You don't care that you have bed bugs and we have an autistic child. We have an autistic child staying in the room. Listen to me. And my sister calls me back.
We are going to refund your money.
Okay.
Please give me your credit card. I will refund your complete money. I don't want more arguments.
No, yeah.
But it'd be nice if you weren't rude. Like, we're not being rude to you.
I am not rude
the
also
rooms
to
are
you.
Disgusting.
First of all, you are recording. That's illegal.
It's not illegal.
You're being rude to a young lady for no reason.
And I will take
action
against you.
Can you please?
Are you serious?
No. Can you please call him?
You had a bed bug getting ready to call on my grandson's
Can you please call him?
Can you call? I'm not worried. Call him.
All right, I'm gonna call because you sound stupid right now.
I will take actions against you.
You could take any actions against me.
Good luck with that.
You got fucking bed. You got bed bugs in your shit.
So many roaches crawling in my room. Are you serious right now? Yeah, come on, he's bugging.
You said there's what?
Roaches. And he told the other girl, "Oh, don't show your face here."
Third floor.
Yeah, you can't run an establishment like that, bro.
My friend, yesterday is a pesticides control, special pesticides control. I don't know this matter, but you know there are a lot of roaches are dead already because of we keep special treatment. You know, that's it.
He's gonna argue.
What?
What the hell is doing the ones in my room?
And
That
he's
ain't
being
there.
rude as hell, telling people that they shouldn't show their face here.
Jeez.
We're in the lobby trying to get our money back because we're trying to get checked in somewhere else.
Yo, get your money back, fam.
To everybody. There's like a slew of people downstairs complaining about roaches. And
She had to call me back. I dropped her off. She's like, there's bed bugs crawling in the damn bed.
My grandson's autistic and he's being rude as hell. He's tired, he just finished vomiting, and he's being rude, saying, it'll be on your credit card when it's there. Like, he's the one refund anybody their money right away.
Get it taken care of. You should just be willing to get it taken care of. If you want to keep this running.
444. A piece of
Yeah, I'm not the one. You mess with the wrong one tonight.
I don't want to see you tomorrow here. That's enough. I said.
I didn't.
Please, will you go in
Go
your room?
to Motel
Go in
6.
your room.
I just peed from my room for a week.
Yes, that will not possible now. I'm going to talk to my owner. I'm not going to call again.
You can't kick me out.
Get lost now.
I didn't do anything.
I know what you talk to them.
I didn't say anything to them. They saw with their
Don't
own
talk.
eyes. Yeah, he's you're nuts. I didn't say anything. I paid for the room. You're gonna kick me out? He's trying to kick her out after she. I didn't do anything. I'm recording everything.
Hello?
My partner from the organization is recording everything.
We are located at 2989 Hamilton Boulevard, South Plainfield.
Refund my money.
You shouldn't
I
even
refund
leave.
your money. Give me your credit card.
You shouldn't even leave. He's crying. No, we're not. We're not. But he's being rude to everybody else. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yo, I would pay for a room for a week. That's some nasty shit, man. Get that shit taken care of, bro.
Okay, you call the cops.
She's talking to them.
Let the cops come here.
She's talking. Refund me my money.
I'm defending you because you're recording all this.
You don't know what I'm doing. I'm holding the phone. You don't know when you see a light. You see a light. I'm holding the phone. Refund my money, man.
I'm going to refund you.
Don't play with my money.
With the help of the cops.
Okay, but can you
Okay?
refund?
I'll refund you. What's your room number?
312.
So I'm standing here for this gentleman, right? You should have refunded me my money. I gave you my card.
The cops and you are recording.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
That's why I'm to delay.
I know the law.
I'm going to delay you because you are recording, and I'm going to sue law court on you.
All that. Can I just have my stuff?
That's
please?
enough.
Red carpet in suites. Bed bugs, roaches, all of that. Everybody want refunds. Shit's ridiculous, man. You got to run a business. Learn how to run a business. This shit, my money.
I am.
Unbelievable.
All right, so
Crazy.
So that's one instance. That's one instance, and which was crazy because then police got there.
And Ingrid's ad said the same thing. She said, Norm, the video posted something, we need to make this go viral. We definitely need to put it.
I will put it all together and I will post it up so everybody can share it out and let people know. The goal is they really do need to be shut down.
Yes,
Real talk.
that's a fact.
And I'm not playing. I'm not even messing around. They need to be shut down. So then the cops came afterwards. Quick clip when the cops came. Yeah, she shouldn't leave. She needs to talk to the cops.
Yeah, no, you should stay and talk to the police officer. She don't got nowhere to go. Like, he's bugging.
Got an autistic child, whatever, and yes. What happened? Yes. Basically, you got a room for her and her child. Right. So we were leaving, me and my wife were leaving, and she hit me. She said, "Oh my God, you gotta come get those bed bugs all in the bed." So I said, "Oh shit!" So I came back, whatever, and then he was being real nasty, real rude.
What's that? I'm listening. Go ahead.
Yeah, he was being real nasty and real rude. Meanwhile, somebody else came down and said they
No, there were like 6 occupants complaining about glass in the carpet. They cut themselves. Another one had roaches.
So my thing is, the card that I used, that was the last $80 I had on that particular card. So I'm like, well, can you give it to me in cash? And then I gave him a cash deposit too. Yeah. He's like, no, I'm going to I have to put it back on the card. So I'm like, I got to get her somewhere tonight. So he's like, no, I'm not going to do that. Whatever, you take it out, I can get it. And then he started talking about Trump and all.
Yeah, he goes, oh, you fucking Trump supporters. Like, what does that have to do with anything?
I'm like, what are you talking about?
And so, did you ask for a refund or no?
Yeah. He just kicked a young lady out that just paid for her room, and he kicked her out. Another woman came down and said that there were roaches in her bed, and he's saying, oh, don't show your face here again. Get the F out, and if you come back over here again, I'm going to call the cops on you.
The lady's still in the car. He kicked
no, but the other girl, I don't know where she went, and she was like, I'm not coming back here. She left? Wow.
I can't say that this is not uncommon for here. Just hang on. We'll figure it out. So what do you want?
It's too late for this shit.
I need my license. He got my license and my
get your license back and
my credit card.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, and I need a receipt saying that he refunded my money.
Right.
I'm sorry. If I would have known.
No, I don't give a fuck. But this shit going.
He's rude as fuck. That's the same one.
Yo, I'm sending this shit. I'm sending. All right. That's what happened. As you see, I was upset. I was pissed. And then dude actually lied to the cops. That was a whole nother situation. And so by the time the cop called me back in to sign the paper to get my refund, I was asking if I could have a copy of what I just signed. So then the guy tried to tell me that he wasn't obligated to give me a copy, that he don't have to give me a copy because that's their rules or whatever. They don't have to give me a copy or whatever. And then I looked at the cop and I was like, oh no, anything I sign with my signature, you have to give me a copy of that. So the police officer was like, he's right. And the police officer made him give me a copy and everything. So that's what basically I had to deal with. The white lady that he was kicking out, whatever like that, I gave her my business card. And when me and Sandy was almost pulling up and my friend was almost pulling up to the house, she actually called and reached out to me, and she wanted to apologize for not telling the officers their story or getting involved. She was worried that she was going to be kicked out with no place to go, kicked out of the hotel with no place to go because she had her children with her and everything. And I told her I understand and everything. And she was like, and also, but if you need me to come into court now or whatever like that, you like, please give her a call and let me know. But she was very apologetic and everything. I actually got that audio. I will attach that to what I post up, so you guys could share it and so it could go viral. And the overall goal is to bring attention to this. The place needs to be shut down. Let's read some comments.
Need to be knocked down, shut down, burnt down, just down. Like I said, Ingrid said, was it posted anywhere? She also said before about the young lady, was she born a mute? Mm-hmm. And then Sandy says she's awesome. She's speaking through the computer. That's not her voice. No, that's her voice. That's not a computer. Phyllis has said awesome. Good for her. Talking about the young lady.
Mm-hmm. No doubt.
Ingrid said, if she's deaf, she can't hear. It's calling her inspiration.
No doubt.
Yeah.
All right. So again, I am going to post all the videos linked up together with what my incident at the Red Carpet Inn in South Plainfield. You guys can share it out. Let's get this thing viral. Let's bring some attention to that. So 1, people can stop going there. 2, people can stop endangering their health by going there. And 3, that the business should be shut down because it's just nasty and the conditions are less than poor. All right? So we want to thank everybody for joining us today.
Definitely.
On the Man Cave morning-afternoon show.
Yes.
And we'll be back tomorrow morning.
Yeah, man.
And everything. Again, please listen. Do not let these businesses treat you any old type of way.
Man, listen.
All right?
You're paying your good money.
You paying your money.
Get the service.
And in a case like what I just showed y'all, it was unacceptable. So please make sure, we got to start reporting these people and everything, because they think they can just treat us any old type of way, and it's not going down like that. All right? So again, thank everybody for joining the Man Cave Show, BKS1 Radio. Don't forget this Thursday, come see us at Galveston for the official Thursday after work ride. All right, at Galveston, located at 303 South Michigan Avenue, Kenilworth, New Jersey. Make sure y'all come on out and rock with us and everything. Music is by yours truly, BKS1 Radio. The DJs Smooth P, DJ Jess, DJ KT, DJ Big H, and myself, DJ Storm on the General, will be rocking out. Starts at 7 p.m. But listen, if you get there between 6 and 8 p.m., that's happy hour. So you get half price appetizers and drink specials. You buy 2 drinks, you get 1 free. All right, so make sure you come on out and rock out with us at Galveston after work this Thursday. And of course, don't forget TGI Fridays. It goes down every Friday from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. The happy hour mix located at 1315 Centennial Avenue, Piscataway, New Jersey. Music powered by WBKS1.com. With your favorite DJs, DJ Storm, Norm, DJ Jess, DJ Smooth P, DJ KT, DJ Sassy, DJ Big H. So come on out and rock out with us for the happy hour mix. They got half price appetizers and also drink specials. All right, so come on out and rock out with us. And don't forget, October 5th, a cancer survivor's story. Brought to you by Styletainment. Styletainment is going to be at the Essex County College Mary Birch Theater, October 5th. It's an awesome off-Broadway production. You definitely need to attend this and support this. It's a cancer survivor's story. All right, October 5th. All right, so make sure you go to Eventbrite, type in Styletainment. That event will come up, and get your tickets, please. Get your tickets and make sure you are in the building watching this amazing production brought to you by Styletainment. Shout out to Missouri and shout out to Lisa St. Hillier. All right, so we want to thank everybody for joining us, man.
Yeah,
See
man.
y'all tomorrow on the Man Cave Morning Show. Because remember, this show is never about us.
Because it's always about you.
Because you are the next best kept secret. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
And we love you guys.
And ain't a damn thing you could do about it. Not
Peace.
a damn thing.
We out here, y'all.
Peace.
Love y'all. Peace.
Don't go to the red carpet inn.
Don't even drive by. You might get bed bugs.
Don't go there, y'all. We're going to shut them down. We're going to shut them down.
Man Cave Morning Show on BKS1 Radio. It's D.L. Hughley, you listen to the Man Cave.